Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. Here we are again, well not again, for the first time ever going into day 98 in our blind playthrough of Blueprints. Let's go, let's do this. I'm feeling quite excited just because of, not only how exciting this game always is, just whatever the bottom ceiling of this game is, the experience of playing this game, the bottom ceiling, the bottom floor, like it is so high in the ceiling, you know what I mean? Nevertheless, it's exciting coming into this game, but it's very exciting with everything that's been revealed to us recently. So let me take a look at what we're starting with today. So we've got keycard, otherwise, just our allowance and our 2 gems. All right. One thing. Here's my little update to you at the beginning of an episode. If I've sort of done a little bit of puzzling and figuring out of things between episodes, one thing that I have worked on that I'm feeling kind of good about is I've been rethinking some things with the numeric core, the family core. I still don't even know what the family core is. What is the family core? That's a huge mystery for me. I have guesses, but maybe I don't even really know what it is. Anyway, it seems to have something to do with numeric cores. It seems to have something to do with the number that we find in the wine cellar. What I've done is I've revisited the various notes that I think I have about the relationship between these. I'm really just still thinking these things are related, because it's only the vault that tells us about the family core, really, the blue memo in the vault. Others tell us things about the coat of arms, which presumably is the coat of arms in the wine cellar that has the number on it. Anyway, where I've come with that is I've realized I was almost certainly, and I feel kind of good about this, where I've come with it, I was almost certainly thinking incorrectly about the way to interpret that blue memo. Oops, sorry, that was just me hitting the microphone. About the blue memo that says, that the number, this is what we got in the mechanarium. On the coat of arms, the first number is 1 numeral, the rest are each 2 numerals. I spent some time and just revisited these notes, and I realized, hang on, it's probably I actually have to think specifically about the wording here. It's saying numerals. We're talking about Roman numerals. So I had been thinking about the resulting year, the number that on the face of it, these, the way that you would ordinarily read these Roman numerals results in 1213, a year, on the face of it. But I realize what it's telling me is, instead of thinking of those resulting numbers as multiple numerals, think the Roman numerals, it's in the name, so the numerals are the MCCXIII. So I went, okay, well, let's see the M as an individual numeral, and the CC as the next 2 numerals, and the XI as the next 2 numerals, and the II as the next 2 numerals. And doing that basically results, if you interpret it into numbers, you get 1,211 and 2. Now, I didn't know what to do with that, but of course what I thought of trying is, well, let's see if this, because this is still 4 numbers, let's try using what we know about numeric cores with these numbers. And after playing around, what I came to, the reasonable number that I got from this is 53. And I was kind of like, okay, great, I've got the number 53. What do I do? What do I do with this? So, I wasn't really sure if I was going down the right track here, but it felt at least like the interpretation of numerals was more correct than what I was doing. But then I realized, well, hang on, the same way I've been thinking about numerals, let's think about the word digits, because the word digits is not just numbers. The word digits is single numbers 0 to 9. So then I found myself going, well, hang on, if the result is 53, what if of this numeric core kind of operation, 5 And what I need to do is, so here's the thing. The reason I came to this is because we have a note saying that the family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. Of course, the first thing I tried was to sum these numbers that I got from, 1,211 and 2. But I mean, without even doing it, I knew it just results in 1,213, the number I already had. So I was like, it can't be that. So I was trying to figure out, like, what do I sum? It's not this, because it just results in the number you already had. So applying that logic and going, oh, hang on, the family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. What about the 53? And of course, 5 plus 3 equals 8. So I was like, okay, great. Well, once again, great. I end up with 8. We know it's a special number. It's everywhere. But what do I do with it? I still don't have an answer to this, and I still don't know if what I've done is correct, but I'm at least happy to have had a different way of tackling this, and it feels more correct. It feels more like I am sticking to the wording, like I'm applying things that are sticking to the wording of these blue memos, and it has resulted in something that feels compelling. We get a series of 4 numbers. We can use the numeric core, operation with it. We get a number, and the sum of that number's digits equals 8, which we know is a special number. So it feels right in some ways. I don't know. It feels right. But then again, I'm left with the question, what is the family core, and what do I do with this? What do I do with this? Again, if I go back to the wording of the Vault Blue Memo, it says the family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. So whatever the family core is, it's unlocked by the sum of its digits. Okay, so I thought, well, maybe a way of interpreting this is it's saying it's unlocked by replace sum of its digits with what we ended up with, 8. It's unlocked by 8. The first thing that made me think of is whatever this is, it's unlocked by key 8. Maybe whatever the family core is unlocked by key 8. Could be. So I'm sort of a bit compelled by that. Now I come back to what the hell is the family core? Is it the blue door in the underground? Is it the chest, the real treasure trove chest that we find in the West Path? Is it something else? Is this something else I haven't seen yet? Is it the freaking coat of arms in the wine cellar? Like, does something open up there? I don't know, but I guess at least like what this leaves me with is I'm curious to try a few different things with key 8 if I can. However, I have thought of another alternative as well, because we also have a blue memo from the trophy room, and this could just be other information related to something else, or it could just be general lore. But it does say there were a total of 8 gems removed from the ruby crown in Arinda Aries. I didn't think too much about this because I knew that. I know that that's what's happened. I know that there's 8, ruby gems that were taken from the crown. And I've guessed, like, oh, could these be the 8 gems that we find with the 8 red letters? Not that I've found all 8. And according to Alzara, I won't. But we also have another memo that says, the majority from the ballroom, the majority of gems in the house are artificially produced. Well, we know this as well. However, when I take these things together, I do feel like it could be saying, yes, indeed, there are, like, the actual 8 gems from the ruby crown are indeed real gems that are in the house. And the ballroom says the majority of gems in the house. It doesn't even say in the estate. So, well, to be honest, there's a little bit of a problem with that if I am thinking about them being the 8 gems. If I am thinking about them being the 8 gems in associated with the letters, the question is, does the outer room count as in the house? And I'm not sure that it does, because of our treasure trove notes seem to be, very much differentiating between the house and the outer room. That's kind of how you interpret, where the real treasure trove treasure is. So anyway, but it's just an idea. It's just an idea that maybe the 8 gems that we find with the 8 letters, with the 8 red letters, are the real gems from the crown, and maybe those 8 gems are somehow key to opening up whatever the family core is. And that would just make sense from a game design perspective, of course, because, I mean, key 8 does as well. You have to work really hard in this game to get to key 8. You also have to work really hard in this game to get to the point where you have access to the 8 red letter gems. So I could also imagine a scenario where, to unlock whatever this family core is, I have to actually, in one day, collect all of those 8 gems. And I don't know how that works, because they go into my regular gem pile and I spend them, but maybe I need to not do that or something like that. I don't know. So it doesn't really fully hold together for me, but it's at least an interesting idea. It's an interesting theory. Okay. So today, I don't really know what to try further with Aries Court, apart from just trying to get more information, because I don't fully feel confident that I know all of the conditions. I feel pretty good about at least my current theory that I need to be down there at Sacred Hour with no items, gold, etc. Probably I need to be there for the whole hour and be patient. I need the Southern Cross in the observatory. But the one I really don't know about is a brilliant sign, in Sky Above a Brilliant Sign. And maybe it is one of the existing ideas I have. Maybe it's something I just need to click with, and I haven't clicked with it yet. Maybe it's something I don't know. So, when in doubt in this game, just keep going and keep getting more information, right? So I'm interested to get more notes from the treasure trove, to get the remaining blue memos that I don't have, because they might be really key. They might be really useful. And yeah, just to keep trying things and see what else we can find out. So that's kind of where I'm at today. But I wanted to explain to you, what my kind of new thinking about this was. So with that said, let's do our thing. Let's play a little bit. Let's draft a little bit in the lower ranks of the house. And so there are a couple of, where I'm going with this is, if I have the chance to get schoolhouse, I'd like to get schoolhouse, because I suspect that I can get a lot more blue memos from the different classrooms. I still have to get the blue memo in garage. I still have to get the blue memo in Chamber of Mirrors and in freezer, in terms of other rooms. So there's other possibilities. But yeah, this would be really useful. So let's start with a little conference room. Let's see what we can make of this day. These are all pretty good. I'm going to go with Den, just to get the gem. Not lucky enough to get any other items here or trunks today. Ooh, observatory. I mean, always good, always good. But then so is break room, and I have no keys. No, that's observatory. I'm really curious. And so actually one of the other things that I've decided, I mean, I was already doing this anyway. I have many reasons to want more stars. Oh, nice. Oh, this was a good pick. Oh, this was a really good pick. Great. Great. And I have Southern Cross today. I don't think it's worth doing another day where I try to get rid of everything and go down for Sacred Hour into Aries Court, because I just don't think I have all of the other stuff going. I don't know. Maybe Diamondus Major is a brilliant sign, right? It's a very bright, a gem is conceptually bright. I don't know. It just doesn't click. It doesn't really click for me. So that's why I'm wondering if it's something I haven't seen yet. And of course, yeah, I have many reasons for wanting many more stars so that I can get Inkwell and all of that, which is useful, which could be the brilliant sign in the sky. I don't know. We also know that there's another constellation beyond Inkwell. Maybe that is the brilliant sign that I need. So maybe I need to really pump up the stars, basically. Oh, interesting. I have 0 keys, so I wouldn't say that this is the best bet for this spot. I'm getting all of the 4-door rooms now. However, this will take 2 of my gems. But maybe it would be silly to block myself with keys before I have any. So let's just try this. Let's just snake around a little bit. Let's go here. Yeah, if we can. Great. Well, since we've already got like a 4-door room, let's go for a workshop here. Let's get super good, super useful. Great. I don't have any redraws, so I don't really want to block myself off here. That said, we have the vestibule to bring us up on that side. So I might turn around at this point. Maybe let's see what we can get here. That is locked. I mean, all I have to do is step out and step in again. I think I might as well go from here. Oh, okay, that works out well for commissary. Yeah, commissary. Yeah, the other 2 are not good picks for this spot. Okay. Great, let's item up. Salt shaker, very nice. Shovel, super good always. Excellent. Excellent. So good. Thank you, commissary. Yep. I was just thinking, should I just step in here now and... No, let's go from here. So many drafting possibilities. Well, parlor would be good for the gems. It's a decent spot for dining room. I always prefer to have dining room up by foundation if I can, because that's where, that's where I'm going to be where I trigger it. However, it's not terrible to have it close to entrance hall either. I suppose it's not really getting me that much extra though. That it's really just that extra eastward exit. I don't know. Let's do parlor. Let's get the gems. Okay. Ooh, single statements today. Holy hell. Okay. The blue box can... Well, I hate to say it, but this feels like it's going to be quick and simple. The blue box contains the gems. Let's imagine it's true. This box is the black box. No, you ain't. Definitely false. This box is the white box. What? Have I, circled back to the... Oh, hello. Have I circled back to the beginning of, I'm not crazy, right? This is a lie. This is a lie. Yep, the blue box contains the gems. Maybe I have circled back around to the beginning of the gem puzzles. Huh. Oh well, that would be a nice break, if so. Oh, and a little coin. Great. Lovely. Okay, I suppose we might as well go from here, and because corner rooms I think are more likely, it's probably more likely to be useful. I'd really love Nook for the keys, but it's gonna be difficult for me to get to the corner like this. Whereas, kitchen, great to access kitchen here. Yeah, I think let's do kitchen. Let's do kitchen. I have resilience of the rook currently, so... However, of course, the problem is I have no keys. So I would like to make use... I would like to make use of the corners while this is the power I have. But yeah, going up to the foundation now with no keys is really tricky. Okay, well while we're here, let's get the steps from this. I have no keys and no redraw die. It's not a good position to be in. So, we have, hang on, chef salad and this that works with the boiler room. Okay. All right. So let's go back. Let's go back then. Let's see if now that we've re-stepped into it, yeah, we can now go up from vestibule. So let's do that. Okay, spare veranda might be perfect. Although passageway would give me more exits, you know, which I do really need. Spare veranda will make items more likely, which I do really, really like. Yeah, a bit tricky. What an odd little shape house I've drafted so far. Feels like I've made a little square church with a cross at the top like this. It's using up 2 gems, but I might go passageway again just because I'm trying to open up more drafting possibilities for myself at the moment. Okay, God, it's really given me all the Southern Cross is working very hard. Well, this would, I really want to get rid of the gem cost of cloister so much. The problem with Great Hall, of course, is I have no keys. So if I put this here, I'm not going to be able to do anything in it. Alright. But I don't want to lose all of my gems. I don't want to be keyless and gemless. Let's try here. Oh, I'm so silly. I've just realized I have Resilience of the Rook from the start of the day now. I have lived so long with Ambition of the Pawn that I'm not used to it working this way. Okay, so I'd really like Treasure Trove, but it is going to dead end here, which is really not ideal. Yeah, so I actually can just go straight down and do the corners. Silly me. I was thinking, I've just lived like this for so long. Like, to get my chess piece power, I need to go up to foundation. No, I don't. I can use it just, this is how other people live. They just have 1 power and they use it from the start of the day. I'm sure that that's the most common way of doing it, right? Because I know that I'm unusual in having a rank 8 foundation. But I have just reveled in having my rank 8 foundation. I love it. I love it so much. It's so useful. And so it has made Ambition of the Pawn so useful for me. Like, I've totally forgotten that there's another way of doing things. Yeah, I hate to say no to Treasure Trove, but I feel like I'd really like, I need keys and I'd like the exit. So let's just cross our fingers that we'll see it again. All right, cool. So 10 plus 4, 14, and then we're squaring the pink. So 14 multiplied by 1 is just 14, and then 14, 10 and 4, yeah? 14 squared, 196. Yeah, just double checking. 196, and then we're subtracting 195, dividing by 20. No, this is not correct. Oh, I totally missed that this is half. That's why. I was like, none of this feels right. None of this feels like the numbers are where they should be. Okay, so actually, not 14. This is 5, so 5 and 4, 9, and then 9 times 1, 9 squared. That's more like it. This feels more like the numbers we should be working with. 81, subtract the 1. Now this feels very correct. Divide by 20, 4. That's where I expect to land on something like this. All right. Oh, is this the first time I've seen this? So I assume that this is just telling me, that this is just telling me to invert everything in this strand. And same here. Okay, so 17 becomes 71. We're then moving up to 71 multiplied by 4, 284. We are rounding to 300 and squaring. Huh? This doesn't feel quite right, but let's go with it. 90,000. I can see there's a few divisions though, so maybe we'll get ourselves out of this. I'm currently at 90,000. Okay, now we're doing the divisions. So divided by 10 gets us 9,000. Divided by 9 gets us 1,000. And then divided by half of 20, 10 gets us 100. It's a bit more reasonable now. And then we are subtracting. Here's where I'm a little bit like, am I subtracting 81 to get 19? Or am I subtracting 18? No, that would only leave me with 28. So yeah, it must be that it's 100 minus 81, getting me 19. Woohoo! Oh great, silver key. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay. Well, I might as well just do one more up. What is this? Yeah. Well, look, it's not worth doing either of these. So let's just do another parlor. We'll get some more gems. More gems is good. More gems is good. I only have 5. It's not a ton. It's not a ton. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure I have all of the parlors here, but let me just double check. Yeah, I'm actually just missing the one in effectively column B on rank 5. But anyway, do we get another easy one? All 3 boxes are empty. Lie. This box and the blue box are empty. Could be true. The black box contains the gems. Oh, okay. I feel like we've just wrapped around. Like I've done so many of these. We've gone back to the beginning. Okay, so all 3 boxes are empty. False. This box and the blue box are empty. Okay, so 2 gem statements. This box and the blue box are empty. Could be true. If I say that this is true, then the gems are in here. The black box contains the gems. Well, this is also saying that the black box contains the gems. So I feel like this is incredibly easy, but I'm just like trying to double check myself. Like, am I underthinking here? I don't want to be like, ho, 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 and miss something really silly. So it seems like this is false, true, true. Yeah, it is. It's just this. It's just this. Sweet. Maybe gems. Maybe after all of my hard work, gems in Parlor are going to be easy for a while again now. Okay, let's turn back at this point. Let's see what we can get down in our corner spots. I mean, I could go here as well, but... Oh, hang on, not there, not that way. I have no keys. I have no keys. So we want to go observatory. Yeah. If possible, thank you. Appreciate it. Back through den. And we can see what we can get here. God, I've got to like change my whole way of thinking about the chess powers now. Like, I can just redraw at the start of the day now. Yeah, I would like, the storeroom would be good in a lot of ways, but let's see what else we can get. Break room, again, could be good for keys and will let us draft upwards, which I quite like. Boudoir will get us redraws, of which I have none. So to be honest, I quite like that as well. I mean, these are what I have been asking for, keys and redraws. So maybe I should just take the gift. Yeah, let's just take it. So maybe with this, it's good enough to go out into the outer room and see if we can get schoolhouse. I've already drafted quite a lot, but mainly I just, I've only got 4 chances to get classroom, to get blue notes in classroom. So really I just need to draft 1 classroom somewhere and then just try and draft the rest up here. Or any of the other blue memo, rooms that I don't have. This is fabulous. Thank you, Observatory. Oh, cool. All right, so I'm getting some keys and gems from here. It'd be really good if I could get 3 gems. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It could be really good if I could get 3 gems. Thank you. Lovely. Yeah, maybe, I think if we can get schoolhouse, we can just even make sure that indeed the different classrooms have different blue memos in them. I am assuming they do, because the first classroom that we got a blue memo in had a specific blue memo to that classroom. Yeah, I don't, I hope this isn't wasting my redraws, but I might be doing that. Okay, it might not be a day for classroom. So one of the things is I can't even attempt my all black prints thing now. It's just a small thing I want to try, even just to see if it has an impact on the house that we get at the end of the day, after we call it a day. So it's not a big thing, but I can't do it right now without the possibility of getting armory anyway. Trading post is always good. Shelter is, to be honest, always good as well. And it would give us terminal access, which I don't have. Trading post might just sort of be a bit better. Or I could do the one more redraw. And just see if schoolhouse is a possibility. No. Oh, yes it is. Yes, it is. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to have a full school day. I just need to be able to get some classrooms. Great. Just need to get some classrooms in rank 8. Anything beyond the first one. So that's brilliant. Okay, so it's useful now just to go back into the house and draft here. So we've got to go up through commissary for that. Cool, pretty good. How do I do that? It's a fair way away, unfortunately, but I think it's worthwhile. We can draft here, we can draft from workshop and get this out of the way. Nice. Vestibule. So down from vestibule to get to the corner. It is locked, so we'll actually just go here first. Great. Oh no, let's see what we can get. So it's only going to send me up or down. Makes sense on a schoolhouse day that I'm getting these offerings now. Does seem to like that. Likes me being educated. I suppose it's just that whatever I get from kitchen, I really would like it to be a corner room. But that could work out. So I might do library just so we can draft above, and hopefully it'll be like a less common... It's what I've been waiting for. Yes. Okay. Oh, because there's so many things. There's so many rooms that I specifically want to try with digging under. This one means it can't be Ladyship's chamber because that can only be in the West Wing, obviously. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, thank you, library. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here we can, let's try and build up some redrafting possibilities. What would I like? I have a lot of different things written down to try. So many different things. So actually one of them that I've added to the list of rooms I want to try and dig in is closet, because I was looking back at the blue memo where it tells us that closet is one of the original 46 rooms, and I thought, oh, maybe what it's telling us is it's very old, and maybe a very old room has something interesting buried underneath it. So closet I think would be interesting. Ladies' chamber, which I can't do. Throne room. Yeah. I don't know. They're all of interest. I can't do ladies' chamber though. Let's see. Let's see how we go when we get there. That's great. I'm really happy to have the possibility though. Okay. Might as well do this while I'm here then. Oh, so good. Yes. Just yes. I'd love to get classrooms going, but like study will make everything easier. Study will make everything easier. Thank you, study. So here's the cool thing about this as well. Because I currently have the blessing of the monk, and I'm hopefully going to be able to get it back more or less anytime I want, which is also good now that I know how it works. I've been waiting to get study again because now I could choose to call it a day in study. I could forego starting with the key card, knowing that getting multiple break rooms and whatnot gives me the opportunity for key card anyway. But study, calling it a day in study, will mean study goes into the outer room. I also have to forego the other outer rooms, but then I could just have guaranteed study at the beginning of my day. I really like that. Thank you. Gem. And key. Excellent. Ah, this is so good. This is so much more assurance. Excellent. Yeah, I think I might, so far that's my plan, is let's try calling it a day in study. And then we definitely get to start our day with study, which is incredible. All right, so 2 spaces here. It would be really nice to... Oh, so good. Look, I could go for other things, but conservatory, it's one of the best things I can possibly think of having here. So let's do it. It's also a nice little green room. There's a dig spot, but what else is... Oh, a little key around the corner there. Cool, excellent, that's what I need. Oh, interesting little selection. Terrace. I often don't draft terrace. It has a great ability. Green rooms don't cost gems to draft, which is really good. However, being a dead end isn't usually what I want. And especially I find the East and the West Wings are often actually where I travel up and down a lot. So yeah, it's usually not my favorite to draw. I like it very much, but I just usually find myself avoiding it. I might actually make it unusual because that's about how often I would draft it anyway. So I feel like I make so many things standard that I think like I need to balance out the pool a little bit. So that might actually be a pragmatic choice. This I love. Why on earth is this unusual? Like Electric Eel Aquarium is excellent. So again, I feel like I make so many things standard and maybe cause problems for myself, but I just don't want this to be an unusual room. It's fabulous. Music room. I actually think I'm happy keeping this unusual. I don't really feel like I need to see this room more than I am. It's really good for the keys. It's a lovely room, but I think I'm kind of happy with that as it is. Yeah, cool. Okay, very nice, very nice. Should I forego some of the dig spots just in case I'm able to get... Yeah, for now I will. For now I will. Okay, so these are kind of all good. It'd be, you know, we're wasting the exits on all of these anyway. However, the, you know, break room we'd get more keys, which is good. Classroom we'd get classroom drafting going. Spare veranda makes items more likely. I actually think I'm going to do spare veranda. Oh, tricky actually, because... No, I think I'm going to do spare veranda. All right. I'm thinking all kinds of great things can come from break room. It'd be really good, for example, to just have more keys, but maybe even to have something like the lockpick kit or secret garden key, of course. However, I feel like I just want to set it up so that it's more likely to find... I'm more likely to find items in green rooms. Like at the outset when I haven't drafted that many, that feels like a really nice thing to do. God, I love this so much. That's so nice. Yay. Oh, great. And I get keys anyway. Okay, cool. Cool. No dig spots, no other items. Oh, it's such a lovely room. Maybe I will dig this one because this is really out of the way actually. Okay, let's just get our steps from it because this is actually really hard to get to. If I were to get this salad now, I only have 2 green rooms, so I'd only get 10 steps from it. I'm just going to do it because it's a little out of the way here. Yeah, it takes so many steps to get here anyway. All right. So from here, I have enough keys, I think, to head up to foundation now. And that, you know, we don't need that for the benefit of the chess power anymore. So in a sense, it's sort of like, why not just keep going from the bottom? But it would trigger dining room, which is nice. And maybe it's just sort of, I don't know, I'm so in the habit of just drafting from my second entrance now that I just really like it. Alright, hang on. How many steps is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to draft from boudoir, I think. If it'll let me out. Thank you. Yeah. And then I sort of know what I've got going on down here. Okay. So dining room will let me keep going up. However, I might be able to go down. Nook will give more keys and classroom is classroom, of course. To be honest, I think I might just do Nook. Just get the extra keys. Yeah, and then head upwards and draft from there. Okay. That's all good in here. We've picked everything up. Okay. Let's go foundation now. Let's go foundation. 71 steps. Pretty good start to the day. So I'll try, I can go and try and do all of my, whatever classrooms I'm going to get up there. And the great thing about doing that, like so a couple of times I've had the opportunity for a classroom and I haven't taken it so far, but they've always been in spaces where the classroom would dead end and I wouldn't be able to draft from the classroom. And it is really nice to be able to draft from classrooms because you get to make use of redrawing. So I like that. I like that. I'm happy with this. Good amount of steps, good amount of gems, good amount of keys. I'm gonna forego going down there for the time being. Let's see how we go. I'm starting to be able to count more on throne room to be able to use the north level, which is quite convenient. There is the gem down there, of course, as well, and gems are really important to me, but let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. So from up here, again, I don't have any redraws. Oh, no, I have gem redraws, of course, but I'd like to, you know, have a lot more gems before I take them for granted. Let's start drafting down. Let me keep in mind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is our treasure map spot. It'd be really nice to be able to get something interesting there. This could be a good silver key spot. It could be a good silver key spot. That said, sometimes it's nice to try and save the silver key for when I really need, if I'm actually stuck somewhere and I really need a room with a certain exit. I don't know. I'm going to use a regular key here. We've got the Southern Cross giving us, giving us these. I really actually do need to get the crown. Okay. Given that it's on offer, let's go classroom. Let's snake around the side here. Okay. No items that I can see. We get an extra delicious apple. Sweet. 6 steps from apple. Okay, and we get a good amount of redraws here, which is really nice. Okay. So I definitely want to redraw here because I don't want to do any of these. I mean, this could be good. This would give me redraws and it would give me access to my first blue memo space. And it's really trying to give me classroom too. So that might actually work out. That said, it's just the exit problem. I wouldn't be able to go south, but I do have all of those other places to draft from in the other side of the house. Let's do this. Let's do this. I know, you know, like with study I can use gems to redraw, which is great. However, yeah, it's just I don't have a huge amount of gems. Regular key. Okay. Ooh, see. I would love to put freeze here, but I just can't. I can't freeze myself without knowing that I can unfreeze myself. So, yeah. Let's redraw. Okay, we can get classroom 2 here. Yep. That is great. And this will be the thing that will confirm for me whether the different classrooms even have different blue memos in them. So last time it was in here. Not in here. Okay. I mean, that's promising. Because the blue memo is like in a different spot. Aha, I see you. Ho-ho, the figure of 8 in its symbolic guise as symbol has long served as a vessel of both death and the unfathomable. I guess that's very similar to what we've already found out from the other note. However, that was from a treasure trove, so it makes sense that they would give you the ability to find this information out in a different way. Okay, super cool. So I know that the classrooms... Okay. The figure of 8 in its symbolic guise. What a great way of putting it. Has long served as a vessel. A vessel? Like that's an interesting wording. It's not saying a symbol of death and the unfathomable. A vessel of death and the unfathomable. I wonder what is unfathomable. Like not the word, not the meaning, but I wonder what my ancestors and Arindians felt was unfathomable. Perhaps the magic of the Black Prince. And perhaps, you know, what I keep going back to, the black liquid that I think comes from the gods in the geography picture. Okay, great. Well, that's already a new one. Super good. I could just go and try the next one. I have, you know, I have a die redraw and gem redraws. Whatever I'm going to get, yeah, it would be really handy if it was a classroom and it could point me downwards so that I could do some more drafting south, actually. Yeah, so let's use a regular key. Great. Once you start getting classrooms, thankfully, it's pretty accommodating classroom-wise. So this would be, we wouldn't be able to get in the south antechamber exit, but that's fine. Let's do this. This is good. Cool. Okay, next blue note. We are running. We are off and running. Apple. Sheep or dog? Sheep, dog, sheep? Dog, sheep. I'm sure that at least one of these is going to be like in like these little pockets of the classrooms. It feels like they're just at such a you know, an obvious place where you would hide a blue memo. But maybe not today. Okay. In the shelves somewhere. This is so much fun. This is, I'm so glad that this is the case, that each of these classrooms is going to have something, because I'm incredibly excited to see what the geography classroom has, you know, I don't know, all of them really, definitely, of course, the language classroom. Aha, there we go. Science, the scientific foundation of architectural drafting. Ooh, interesting. I was just talking about this, combining advanced principles of spatial suspension and temporal anchoring. Wow, this is so interesting because they have talked a lot about drafting and about the way architecture is seen in this game. You know, like we've had all the architectural digests that have talked about methods of architecture, that have talked sort of around the idea of architecture, but nothing has so far so explicitly talked about what the mechanism, the mechanics of architecture are so far before this. Advanced principles of spatial suspension and temporal anchoring. That is so interesting. Was developed and refined at the Farriers High Institute of Carrarica at the beginning of their realm's 15th era. I was thinking about something like this just before, because I was thinking once again about our first blue memo. Our first blue memo in the rumpus room that talked about the real Alzara. Because they said, that blue memo said that he was from it was like the 15th year in Egira, not Ajira, but Egira. I have no idea when that is. I don't think I know. Maybe I do. I don't think I know when Egira is. I might have to look back at the history book to see, but I don't think I have it written down. I know Ajira is the first era that is mentioned in that book. Yeah, but anyway, but here we have an entirely different way of thinking about the eras, because there certainly aren't 15 eras that I have heard of, so we must be going back, I guess. Or so they say the realms 15th era. Do some of the realms use a different time system to other realms? Or are they saying that Kararaka has, the number of eras that Kararaka had existed for at this time? Interesting. Farius. The Farius High Institute. Wow. There's so much in this. So architectural drafting combines advanced principles of spatial suspension. We put a room in a place and we anchor it in time. That is so interesting. I mean, I suppose in a sense you can say that about real life architecture as well, in a very roundabout way. Cool, okay, alright. So it'd be really nice to do, I guess, the next 2 classrooms here. But I suppose even if we don't, what if I even just consider skipping a lot of the classrooms and trying to put the final 2 here, And then the next time I get schoolhouse, I don't have to get so many classrooms. So I guess it can work out either way. I guess I don't have to be too fussy. I think I'll keep using regular key because Southern Cross is really doing a lot for us today. Oh, not a great place for hallway. We do get a lot of redraws, so let's see what we can find. Cloister's not bad. Big gem cost though. Oh, trophy room is so good. Yeah, because more gems is more redrafting. Yep, alright, I'm sold. I'm sold. More gems on a steady day. Yeah, trophy room is brilliant on a steady day. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I wonder if I can do the trophy of speed and the trophy of drafting at some stage in this playthrough. I'd really like to try. Using a lot of keys. I'm starting to think how could I protect myself from a key issue? It'd be great to get obviously locksmith or something like that. I am kind of thinking maybe it's fine to skip some classrooms and go for some of the later classrooms. That said, it would be ideal here specifically because I don't know if I'm going to be able to go through antechamber. So it would be really good to have a north-south room here, which is not this one. So I might redraw actually. You fit the bill, Rotunda. You have a big gem cost. But I suppose I would just use that many gems to try and get something else, wouldn't I? So maybe let's rotund. Let's rotund. Okay, well, I could even just put the next one here, couldn't I? We can just get the next blue memo room. Oh my god, I'm really going through keys. I'm I'm just concerned. I'm concerned. I need a key solution. Okay. If I put this classroom... Oh, I can rotate it. Okay, thankfully. Then that can work out perfectly fine. Okay, that's good. Actually, that's good. We can get our next classroom here and it'll draft immediately into the next blue memo space. Yes. Cool, yeah. Because, you know, while we have Schoolhouse, this is the best time to make use of this. Great. This is working out really well. Alright, and this is the geography room. What is this one going to have for us? Let's make sure we're checking in the desks. I'm so sure one of the blue memos must be in here at some point, but can't see it there today. Sometimes they really do put these blue memos in very obvious spots, and sometimes they go in very, very little tricky spots. What if they're like behind? Aha! I did think like they might involve this. Of the 3 major expeditions to the South... Oh, I don't know anything about the South Key. I've been trying... This is so good. I've been trying to figure it out. Of the 3 major expeditions to the South Key, only one party returned the cartographers... Oh, only one party returned. The cartographers among them conducted a cautious survey of the coastline, but refrained from making landfall. Ooh... So the South Key is almost like a, I mean, not in what it actually turned out to be or its function, but it's almost got a bit of a Bermuda Triangle kind of mystique to it. Something to be wary of, something perhaps to fear, something chaotic, something unknown. I mean, unknown, we know, is associated with the 8, which is associated with that area anyway. Huh. One of the 3 major expeditions to the South Key returned. The other 2 did not. A cautious survey of the coastline. I wonder what they found out on the coastline, though. Very interesting. So, yeah, here it is down there in the bottom left corner. Maybe the 8 in this case does mainly just refer to unknown. Maybe the first they heard of it was early explorers who went there and never came back, and then the next group went there and never came back, and so the third group was like, all right, now we stay the freaking hell away. I can imagine that's how it's gone. But why is it called the South Key? Why is it called the South Key? And yeah, does the 8 have any other relationship beyond marking it as something unknown? Interesting. Okay, I'm really, really happy to have more information about that, because it's probably the thing on these posters so far that I kind of understand the least about. Well, that and the the 3 Isles of Orsay here. I don't really know what they're about either. You know, I have a grip on some of the stuff here. How do I get to this? A little bit, at least. I don't know. Alright, super good. Let's see if we can get one more classroom, and I suppose we'll probably have that opportunity right now. The problem is, it would be ideal, yeah, if it can point upwards, because I might not have another opportunity to access these spots. So obviously this one is not pointed in the right way. We get 8 redraws. So are you gonna keep giving me this? If that's the case, then the question for me is, do I do this classroom, or do I miss out on doing this classroom and do another blue room? Which would mean that at least theoretically I'd have to do my, like currently I think I could do this schoolhouse, I think I could do all of the classrooms over 2 days. However, probably not, because the exam, so maybe 2 to 3 days if exam is included, which it probably is, of course. But does it change if I don't do another classroom here? I could still do, I guess it would still, if I assume I do have to do this over 3 days, because I only get 4 slots per day, 9 classrooms total, then not doing a classroom today doesn't change, that it will ultimately have to be over 3 days anyway. So yeah, so maybe if I get the opportunity for one of the other rooms, which obviously is not going to be, the problem is it can probably only be Chamber of Mirrors, because it's not going to be garage in this position. It's not going to be garage it's not going to be garage in this position. And would I do freezer at this stage in the game? It's just sort of a bit death to the day. And it would stop me from being able to redraw furnace somewhere anyway. So maybe it just doesn't make sense to not do. Maybe I just have to cut myself off from those other 2 spots, which is a shame because I get the redraws in the corner that I might miss out on, unless I'm able to get Secret Garden somewhere. Yeah, maybe we just do it. Today is the day to get another classroom blue memo. Okay, art classroom. Art classroom. Maybe it's in one of these. No. Around the back? Can't get behind all of them anyway. No, maybe not. On the front? Is it in a much more obvious place? Is it in the paint pots as well? Not just the boxes. Not that I can see. Okay, let's keep looking. Aha! It's just on the side of the bookshelf here. The illustrations in The Red Prince and Swimbird were made by Marion Marigold herself. I assumed that. Like, she seems very much like that sort of, I mean, you know, not to discount, of course, the very important work of professional illustrators, but it just seemed like she would have done these herself. Cool. That's very lovely, though. Confirmed. All right, and makes sense for art classroom. All right, well, that is the blue memos for the day. So that means that when I do Schoolhouse next time, I'm blowing through all of these ones and we're going to get the next 4, hopefully. So let's see, let's see what else we can make of the day. I'd really like to get Treasure Trove, of course. Oh, man, this is a problem. This is a problem. So maybe what I should do here is redraw to try and get Locksmith. What I might do is go through Rotunda and see if any of the other exits are actually not locked. Okay, if this one is not locked. Okay, so maybe what's ideal here, well, it could even be to put classroom here and use the redraws that I get from classroom to try and get locksmith. However, if I get locksmith here, then I'm blocking another space anyway. What else would be good in addition to, like, locksmith, attic? They're all dead-end rooms anyway. Yeah. Anything I get from here is more or less going to block me off from that other space. Still, it's not a bad, like, to use the redraws I think is really useful. Okay. No items on the desks. This is our gold hand clock. We're way past sacred hour, so if that's what it was, you know, I haven't made it here fast enough. Maybe that's something I can try the next time. But otherwise, yeah, I wonder what else there is to try here. Okay, well, let's just see what we get. Okay, so I really would like something that'll be good for keys. Okay. Servants' quarters. However, I don't have that many bedrooms, so it's only going to give me a couple of extra keys. So it's not amazing. Let's keep going. Yeah, foyer has a little bit of value, but not that much. All right, we'll redraw. I do still want to get more lost and found for sure, but it's not gonna help me. It would only really hinder in this spot. Break room, you know, it would get me some kind of key, but it wouldn't really. I don't know if it would be enough. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be enough for the rest of the day. If today is insisting on being like a really difficult, locked door day, break room will help me for the time being, but won't ultimately be the best. Could I go for like cloakroom? Do I still have master key in cloakroom? I think so. I'm slightly questioning. I could go back and check. Let's continue. Let's see what other opportunities come up. Okay, so locksmith. I don't have a ton of money, but it would be a good problem solve for the time being. I think it might be just the smartest thing to take. All right, so we can buy lockpick kit for absolute sure. All right, great. So that's going to help us sometime. 17. So it's not quite enough to get like 3 keys and a special key. Let's just get, maybe we just get, then again, special key could give me, I'm a bit tempted by special key. Let's get special key because it could be the secret garden key, which would be great. I would have to go and draft it on the west wing though. Prism key, still good. All right, so if we get a little bit more money, you know, which usually happens, we can come back for more individual keys as well. Okay. Yeah, that said, prism key so far is only going to be useful from these 2 spots because they're the only coloured rooms that I have. And it would just get me another hallway, but that's fine. Cool. All right, so from here, let's go around and maybe try going south from Rotunda. Still thinking about these blue Mount Holly symbols. Okay. Not a lot of help right now. Can't use this, so I just have to use a regular key here. That's what it is. Okay. Well, I could... It's obviously like a really bad use of cloister. However, I could put cloister here. And then use prism key, maybe, if I get the opportunity to get another green room. Another green room is always good. And I do have items being more common in green rooms today, so there's that. Big gem cost. What else would be good here? I don't know. I mean, definitely neither of these two anyway. So it's cloister or redraw. Maybe let's redraw. Okay. Classroom at least gets me around the corner. However, if this is locked, I have to go somewhere else. It's not too bad. I have other options. I have 3 other options. But yeah. I mean, it could be a chance to even do the exam again today. Maybe I could maybe I could do my 3rd exam and finally get it. Okay, so that could be a thing. Locked door. Okay, no, we're actually quite lucky. Aquarium is great here, actually. Aquarium is great here. And we would be connecting with the spot. We would be connecting with the spot with the treasure map. So it would almost be better to put classroom here if it went straight through, because then I could get all of the extra. Like, look at how many redraws I get with classrooms, right? That would be great for figuring out, like, for trying to get something interesting on that spot with the treasure map. However, I think this is just the smartest thing to put here. Let's do that. Okay. All right, and we get a key, which is really good. I'm not holding out hope for jackhammer today, so let's just dig the spot. So I have enough... gem redraws here to go through, you know, like the max gem redraws. But let's just see what we can get down here first. You're gonna make me use my... Well, hang on. What's gonna happen if I use a prism key from here? I feel like I've tried it before. Probably you just get something random. Let's try it. It's sort of an interesting premise, at least. Oh no! No! Prism key, no! Why? Why have you done this to me? Well, look, I could get furnace in the hope of getting freezer later, but like, I'm not confident I'm going to end up with, like, without money and laundry room, I'm not really confident I'm going to end up with a ton of gems that are worth freezing anyway. So, yeah. I mean, if I redraw here, what am I going to get? Maybe it's better to put lost and found here, just get another lost and found out of the way, and again, not step in here until the end of the day. Yep, let's do that. So we've got, so clearly there's like repellent spray. There's something there. I can't risk losing key card, treasure map, shovel. It's just too much. It's just too much. So let's just try for this. Let's see what... Okay, thankfully we can use lockpick here. Let's just see what might be interesting to dig in. Even servants' quarters. Who knows? Hartley might have something fascinating buried under his floorboards. Maybe he does. Let's redraw. What else can we get? Oh, look, throne room is on my list. But then again, so is bedroom closet now. Throne room is on my list. I'd love to dig in throne room. Let's do it. Might as well open this. This is the spot, right? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. This looks like the spot. Let's desecrate the Iridian throne room. Even if it's gems, obviously, that'll be great. If it's money, that'll be great as well, because I could, you know, I could maybe do something with laundry or showroom. Okay, it's gems. Perfect. So that's wonderful. Thank you. So throne room crossed off the list of interesting rooms to try digging with treasure map in. Cool. So of course the thing that I've thought about many times as well is, you know, what about if I put the treasure map away in the cloakroom and just keep bringing it out, you know, to keep trying different rooms. And that's, yeah, that's definitely a thing. Aha. Key is very useful, thank you. Okay, now, from here I only have 2 spaces to draft in. Here and here. I have a lot of steps, so I'm actually thinking of going up here, trying to make some useful rooms, you know, in this position. And hopefully that could be something that could make drafting here a little bit easier. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I've got enough steps to step back. Let's head back. And we want to go, yes, into throne room. Perfect. Into throne room. Back into foundation. Okay, thankfully we've got a good amount of gems, we've got a good amount of redraws. I don't have an amazing amount of keys. I'm going to save my silver key for the next area. Okay, so I do have a really good amount of steps. I suppose I don't super need dining room. These are 3 excellent freaking offerings for this spot though. I really appreciate it, game. I really appreciate it. But I am thinking, is there something else I could draft that would be more directly useful? Normally I would not turn down dining room. It's just that I'm really quite well stepped up right now. Let me take a look. What if I could engineer it, and I can a little bit try, what would I love to put on this spot? Like the next spot is great for even a dead end room like attic or something. That could be wonderful. Is there some sort of 3 exit room that would be better than these? I can only think security, because it would give me terminal access, which I haven't had for the entire day so far. And maybe I could get, you know, yeah, get like stars up or something like that from an experiment. That is compelling. There we go, security. I'm gonna do security. I think it's time for terminal access. Okay, great. I actually love having security on this spot. This is the spot where, like, I solved the password issue in security, so it feels really exciting. What? I've missed a secret garden key somewhere? Oh, crazy. I'm so glad oh, it's in Lost and Found. I did think that thing on the... Okay, I did think that thing on the table looked like a key. A special key. Okay. Makes sense. That's lost and found. Alright, and otherwise there's 2 keys and 3 coins somewhere. 2 keys. Are you including secret garden key in that? I don't know. Okay, interesting. We'll do this. We'll do the standards. Cool. And now we'll log into the network. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee while we're logging in. Listening to this lovely, lovely noise. So much nostalgia. Okay, staff announcements. Nothing new. But I am very happy, Anne, to report to you in a way that you can't hear that I have figured out, I think, the thing with aquarium. I have found the key next to the grill, and I have found the upgrade disc in archives. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so sorry I ever doubted you, Anne. You are the backbone of this house. You are the backbone of this whole estate. Amazing. Okay, shovel. Thank you. Thank you, with a P at the end. Does anyone else do that sometimes? Thank you. I think my nana always used to do that. I'm just going to check that every now and again. Remote terminal access. Let's definitely get lab. Thank you. And what do we get today in experiments? Okay. Oh, I am compelled by spreading dirt on the driveway. Obviously, permanently increasing lockpicking skills, really good. I don't know how much I need to do this for it to, you know, start feeling like it's making a great amount of difference. But what hope? I mean, apples is great for a school day. Actually, it's the main time I think when using this is a good pick. So we'll do apple. I am really curious about spread dirt on driveway because I've never done it. I have never done it. These are both really good. I'm gonna try it. And then I know. It's time for something new. Let's give it a go. Alright, thank you, laboratory. Great. Okay. So, if I do manage to go and pick up that secret garden key, I guess I should. I guess, here's a way of thinking about it. I don't need... Technically, if I had a reason to go back into the south part of the house, I can go through Lost and Found. So I've done the treasure map now. If I were to lose the key card, I can manage, except for the fact that I've just made security doors more common. Yeah, it's tricky. What am I really trying to achieve though? Like, what does it matter to get into antechamber? I would get the crown, which would help with, you know, the red room problem that I have, which, to be honest, Southern Cross kind of, you know, encourages. I keep getting offered archives and weight room. Okay. So let me have a think. How many classrooms have I got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're actually pretty close to being able to do the exam. And the problem with classrooms, of course, is I can't really do too many of them down a straight drafting run. Like, I need to use them ideally on corners. So I don't really have that many more drafting possibilities for classroom. So if I do want to do try for 100%ing the exam again, it would actually be good to put it here. However, I really don't want today to go by without the throne room. So I'd rather try and use my next 2 spaces for classroom, if that, And I'd rather try while I've got the opportunity to get treasure trove here. Yeah, laundry is good, but I don't have money, so it doesn't help as much as it should. Obviously, master key would be great, but I'm not feeling... With locksmith, I'm feeling all right. And if I could get treasure trove, I will have enough money to buy all the keys. Let's just keep trying. Come on. You're meant to be a more common room. I also don't really know... What would I get from attic? Like more gems, more keys would be good. At this stage, at this late stage in the day, I don't know that it's super worthwhile, you know, other items. Like being able to do jackhammer. It's certainly nice, but I'm not like really hanging out for it or anything like that. Let's just keep trying. Yes, great. Done. Alright, so this is another huge victory for the day. With this I can also solve my key problem completely. Wonderful. And if showroom were to somehow, you know, show up, like if I could get, let's say I get next classroom here and hopefully it points in the right direction. I could then get something that points me in both directions here, could be secret garden key. And then I could get classroom here and maybe even showroom here. Showroom would be useful to try and get the moon pendant to help out with tomorrow. So that could be good. And if I go to sleep and study, the moon pendant would be really good to maybe give me a chance at starting the day with keycard. So that's sort of my thinking. All right, yay, more treasure trove. More treasure trove. Once again, it's a day when I haven't been able to get multiple treasure troves through Chamber of Mirrors. And that's another possibility for staying the night in Chamber of Mirrors, so I have that at the beginning of the day. That said, how the hell does Chamber of Mirrors work in the outer room? It seems, I mean, obviously you would still get the ability to double, you know, to draft multiple room multiples, but you wouldn't be able to get into Chamber of Mirrors, right? It's beyond the first little bit. Or maybe something interesting happens. That's the other thing. Okay, however, let us go on. So this is number 26. It is a pink box with a water symbol. I have to use a key, but that's okay because I can go and buy more keys now. This must be a lie. Oh, man, my blood ran cold there for a second. I was like, why are you telling me something completely contradictory to what you've told me? No, this must be a lie. I'm writing down lie already. This is definitely a lie. So, you liar. Don't you dare do this to me. I know where it is. Is in the house. I know this is a lie because I know that that's just not true. I also know this is a lie because previous memos have told us that where is it? Not the next box is marked by a moon. The next 3 green memos you will find in this room will all be true, but that was a lie. It doesn't necessarily mean that the next 3 green memos I find in the room will be false, but I suppose it aligns with that. And that would be, since that memo, I've actually had 3. Yeah. Box number 23 was a green memo. Box number 25 was a green memo, and box number 26, this one, was a green memo. So that actually should all be, and they were a lie, and a lie. So they were actually all lies. So that feels right. That feels correct. Okay, we've gotten that out of the way, I think. So that that thing about the next 3 green memos, we can consider that has manifested itself. Fabulous. We can move on from this. All right. Definitely might as well get these. One more here. Okay, nice. A little bit of money and a little bit of coin. So we'll head up here. We'll go spend up. We'll go spend up big in the locksmith. For that, I have to move. Yeah, I have to move Rotunda again. I like the effect that this top sort of golden structure here with the cross on it moves just a little bit faster than this, and it sort of feels like it's kind of got some mechanism where it's dragging this central chamber of the room around. Yeah, with a little bit of lag in it, which is kind of interesting. So in here, yeah. Gold Hands room. Gold Hands room. One day I will figure you out. Okay, I mean, I only have... this is plenty, because I have silver key as well, so... yeah, this is all we're going to need. We don't need any more than this. Done. Okay, and from here, we're heading back south into Aquarium. I actually think, yeah, let's pick up... let's go into Lost and Found. Yeah. Classroom. Aquarium. Sledgehammer. Okay. There we go. Secret garden key. So I think hopefully that'll be something we can use. There's no new... The main thing this looks like in a weird way is a telephone. Huh. Maybe at some point, I'm sure at some point it's probably just something I haven't seen yet, and it will become super apparent. But I'm still committed to like drafting this more, because like, you know, I've had a few things appear here, something appear here. I would expect at the very least something to appear here at some stage. So I've literally never used this, I think, but let me remind myself. This is a way to remove a floor plan from the house for 1 week. I've just always been hesitant to do that because, of course, I keep learning new things about the rooms. And, you know, what if I learn something? And that's happening at a pretty fast rate at the moment. So what if I learn something about the room that I've banished for a week and I'm like, no, I really need that room back now. So hang on, I'm just thinking, what do I need here? Classroom would actually be ideal. I don't have a ton of gems though, because I've used a lot getting treasure trove, so let's see how we go. Please don't stick me with archives. No. Let's redraw. If this doesn't work, I can go from Great Hall. Okay, hang on. Does this work? Can I still get 2 classrooms? Yes, I can. I could put Cloister here. It's just the problem is obviously it's going to use up too many gems. But technically I could put something here to get around the corner. Maybe still draft Secret Garden key. Still draft Secret Garden in West Wing. And then I would still be able to get... So I've had definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 classrooms. I need 2 more to do the exam if that's going to happen. So yeah, that can work out. I think it's worth a redraw. Okay, that's perfect. That's actually perfect. that gets us around the corner. Yeah, in the end I used up 2 gems rather than 3 gems with just going with cloister, but I don't know. Apple, so that's an experiment. Great, so at least we'll have some dirt on the driveway, if nothing else. If nothing else. What is... Huh? What are you... Oh, it must be in Great Hall. It's doing that thing again. Yeah. Okay, it must be in Great Hall, which could have also been where the secret garden key was, I guess. But yeah, I was pretty sure it was lost and found. Okay, if this is locked, that'll be great. If not, we at least get lots of redraws. So I'd like a north-south here. Brilliant. Secret garden key. Okay, now this is great actually because it gives us an extra 2 drafting possibilities up here. So we could get something like showroom or something. Oh, there's part 1 of our jackhammer. Because items are more likely in green rooms now. I don't think jackhammer is going to happen though, so let's just get whatever. Oh, a little coin. Cool. Oh man, one of the most amazing rooms in this whole game. So useful. So crazy useful. I don't know what I would do without this room. Relying on one single exit or entrance into the antechamber. No way, man. That's for suckers. You come to this room, you get both. You probably get a nice meal. You get some dig spots, maybe you get some items, and you get a really nice selection of exits as well. It's just such a brilliant room. It's the room of rooms. There we go. Cool, alright, so a couple of other dig spot, not dig spot, drafting possibilities. Excellent, and one of them is a rook spot, so many more redrafts. That's great. Great. Cool. By the way, somebody in the comments very kindly let me know that these things are a kind of a... I mean, I should say, I can tell that this is most likely some kind of garden trestle, right? So they kindly let me know that indeed this is a kind of a garden trestle. It's just that it's not familiar to me. So anyway, I really appreciate that because I obviously am not familiar with this object. So thank you very much. Sorry I don't have the name with me right now, but I appreciate it. This is just a blank in Rebecca's real world knowledge. Not enough time in gardens, I suppose. So, I guess might as well go here and try to get the last classroom. However, will I use up all of my gems trying to do it, or should I use... These are all essentially offering me redraw possibilities. This is 3 more redraw possibilities. Like, that's not bad. And let me check. Actually, let me check my parlor map. Actually, we're on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have this spot, so this would let me fill this in as well. Yeah, why not? Let's get a few extra gems because I've really lost quite a lot. Okay, there it is. Interesting. So this spot has, whether you can see it or not, I can most definitely see it. This spot has the little Mount Holly symbol. Excellent. So I at least know it might not always be here, but it's at least here some of the time. I'll try and make that a bit more visible for you. Sometimes it's easier to see when you're moving because you can sort of see, yeah, like what stays behind. But that is most definitely the little Mount Holly drafting symbol. Alright, this box contains gems. True, let's say. The other 2 boxes contain gems. Definitely false. All 3 boxes contain gems. Wow, these must have been the things, these must have been the gem puzzle boxes that we were doing at the beginning of the game. All 3 boxes contain gems. So definitely false, definitely false, definitely true. Wow. Hang on, am I being... It's so simple that I don't want to like be way overconfident. Yeah, false, false, definitely true. Oh, what a breeze. It's like a holiday in Parlour now. Okay, no other items. There's the secret garden. So it's kind of like where we would normally imagine the driveway of, like the garage driveway. Kind of next to the trees there. If I look at it from here, yeah, indeed, there is the tree. What would happen if I put this here and then drafted garage like here? Wouldn't the tree have to move or relocate itself? Or if by putting it here, am I making it impossible to draft garage elsewhere? Interesting. I actually suspect it probably becomes impossible because it seems like you can't have garage without the placement of those trees. Okay. What have I got? Silver key. Silver key could... Like, it could be useful to try and ensure, you know, that there's some kind of extra exit. Showroom is the most useful thing I'm thinking of right now. Yeah, let's do it. This would not allow me to get the crown anyway. Yeah, it would not. Okay. Gift shop. It's really wanting to give me closed exhibit. Oh, but hang on. Now... No, it's still in the same place. Yeah, it's inaccessible. Souvenirs for sale. Using up all my gems. Yeah, and it's kind of giving me the same selection. Okay, so it's because of... Alright, silver key has like overshot. Like, I don't know. I thought it might just put some two exit rooms into the mix, but no. So maybe the most useful thing we can do is actually just put gift shop here for the access. Yeah, okay. Feels like we're not going to get any variety here. Anything new? No? Okay. Gotta check. Okay, so it'd be good to get classroom here, but if we don't get it here, we have these rooms as an option as well. Oh, hello. Key 8, you say? Key 8, you say? You know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity. Okay, gems for drafting is good as well. So, alright. The only thing that I have look, I know this is not going to be it, right? I know how silly this is. I know how silly this is, but I haven't tried this on the blue room, on the blue door downstairs, like in the underground. It's just something I have to cross off my list. So, like, maybe let's just go there now. Well, I'm not going to use all of these keys anyway. And even if I did... Okay, must be here. Even if I did, I have plenty of money to buy more. There we go. Keys. Cool. Key. I don't know, it's just worth checking just in case. Just in case something interesting. There's definitely something in here. Money. Money. Okay, that's all open. Is this not open? Did I get distracted and not open? No, I did. Ah. Okay. Alright. For a second there, I just forgot whether up or down was open. How many times have I looked at this? Look, it's late. My brain is tired. Okay, so we can head down. Alright, we'll head around here. Nearly hit me in the face, that door. Through here. What? What? Never in a million years did I imagine. It does say spread dirt on the driveway. What the hell am I looking at here? So I did not imagine, however, that dirt would be spread, would be collected into the conference room. This is wild. This is probably better than I could have hoped for, because if I had just tried it and seen it on the driveway, I might have gone, oh, it's just regular dig spots, and never tried it again. And I might never have had this experience of digging on the freaking conference room table. Wow. Let's see what we get. An old shoe, a key, and a key. Wow. This was absolutely worth it. This was absolutely worth it. And I still have the opportunity to get more. In fact, how is this going to work? Because I'm going to eat these apples. Hang on. I can't really angle. Huh. What's going to happen after this, though? Hang on, I better get them just in case they start disappearing. What's going to happen? How is this going to work with... This is wild. This is so trippy. Oh, okay, all right, they start going on the floor. Huh, so because it doesn't say spread like one pile of dirt, it starts giving you multiples. Or maybe it's random. Maybe it's random. This is wild. This is so wild. This is weird. I love it. I absolutely love this. Just digging around in the conference room. What do you think, everybody? What do you think, all of, like, business people? Is this what you imagined this room to be used for? I could make some kind of analogy here about dirty business. Amazing. Cool. Well, look, I have no problem with steps today. I have so many steps I haven't even needed to worry about, you know, dining room. It's so crazy to actually get to see these just appear in front of my eyes as well. Okay. So I'm actually definitely going to do this again especially if I don't have conference room, because I would still like to dig in the driveway specifically. Interesting. Wow. Wow. Look what we've done to the conference room. Crazy. All right. Sorry, Anne. I'm so sorry, Anne. Anne's probably going to be the one to deal with this. Oh my God. Or Bridget, maybe. Okay. All right. Okay, I have to try this. I literally just have to knock this off my list of things to attempt. Key 8 with the blue door. So we've got to go and get the microchips. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now everything goes red. Alarming. Beautiful night. Beautiful night on the Mount Holly estate. The mysterious Mount Holly estate, with all of its secrets, all of its treasures, its lavish elevators, its weird stumps, its boxy tunnels, cratey tunnels, its singular, or maybe, it's possibly, probably singular, blue, mysterious, ever mysterious blue door down here. Are you the family core? Yeah, as expected, nothing. Nothing. Of course. I mean, it doesn't have a keyhole. It's nothing. It's got nothing. But now, literally, I can cross this off my list. It is not key 8. Do not open this door. Tried. That's great, because if I am right about key 8 opening something, maybe what, that tells me is this is not the family core. Done. Can't try you with the treasure trove chest though. However, if I am lucky enough to get showroom up here and get moon pendant, maybe we could start the day with you tomorrow. However, yeah, I'm not going to call it a day in treasure trove again just yet, because I'd like to try, for the first time ever, I'd like to try calling it a day in study. What that will mean is that tomorrow I don't have the option of schoolhouse. That's okay. I think it'll be just super interesting to try having study from the beginning of the day. And what that might mean, it might allow me to be really strategic with my remaining non-classroom related blue doors, because freezer and chamber of mirrors and garage are all very tricky. So yeah, so that might be just a really good way of doing it. Okay, should I go back up through the house? It doesn't matter. I have so many steps. Let's just do it. Cool. Yeah, because ideally, if I am going to try and get blue, chamber of mirrors on rank 8, up through here, yeah? You can use a key. I'd like to be able to choose a good placement for it in case I do need to open it on all sides. So that means not immediately below antechamber, unless antechamber is open and I have access to it through other doors, which is unlikely. So it'd be better to say have chamber of mirrors like here, for example. This is probably the ideal place for it, actually. And to try otherwise to engineer some really useful. Yeah, it's going to be tricky, I think. It's going to be tricky. The blue note may not be in any tricky part of Chamber of Mirrors, but of course it may be. So it'd just be ideal to sort of be ready for that. All right. So back to foundation and through security. I've only got 6 gems, which is not amazing. And yeah, it would be great to be able to get the final classroom as well. That's the other thing. I think showroom would just be a bonus. I am just thinking, the problem with this is to use it as well. You actually have to use it you have to have drafted the room that you want to get rid of for a week. So obviously, if I were say to do this with archives and just thinking I'm okay with not having, you know, I've just found something in archives, I'm okay with not having access to it for a week, I would still have to draft it to get that effect. Whereas anything I've drafted here, I don't want to get rid of. Even Lost and Found, I actually want to get it more and more. So yeah, I don't think that there's any way for me to use the repellent. Lovely. Key 8, do you make any difference here? I've almost certainly been in here with it before, but no. I was just thinking, like, given that that's also the same shield, like, could that be related to the family core? What special keys have I got? Ah, okay, just those two. So, lockpick kit. All right. I don't know how useful it would be to use redraws here, just kind of hoping to get showroom. Ultimately, classroom is the main thing. Maybe let's just try, like, courtyard is great. It gets us to the corner where I get more redraws anyway. Let's just try a little. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, we've been really lucky. I could also get coat check and put key 8 in there, etc. However, I think I'm just as likely to draw coat check as I am gallery, to be honest. So I don't really know. I think, like, gallery basically is the coat check for key 8, you know? It feels like they come up about as often as each other. So let's do showroom. However, it uses 2 gems, so that limits my redraws in the next spot. But it would just be really great to to buy this stuff. Moon pendant, brilliant. That's the thing. Now, would I like to buy this other stuff to potentially have it tomorrow? Hell yes. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. It's kind of thinning, you know, like it's expanding the pool and making the, you know, the possibility, the probability of getting any particular item lower. However, these are just such good items to have. I'm going to add them to the pool 100%. Yeah, so if any of these were to be the thing I wake up with tomorrow, excellent, excellent. All right, now here, I'm really, really hoping for classroom. And then, there we go. There we go. There's nothing else that would be, I think, more useful than this right here. Yeah. Freezer would only get me some extra money. It's, you know, a couple more gems. It's not a big deal. All right. All right. And we didn't pay gem cost for this room as well. And I get even more tick spots now in the conference room. So that's nice. Okay. Now, let me pause for a sec to make sure I'm ready for this. All right. I've made sure I've got what I think the answers are in front of me. I've, you know, double checked my second attempt and the particular mistakes I made. There's a mistake I know I made, and what I've had to do is work out what I think. There was one more. So I got one wrong in history and one wrong in Eurasian. The one wrong in Eurasian was a surprise to me last time. So I've had to kind of go back through my answers and what I thought they were and just try and figure out what it is that I've got wrong. So let's go through and just make sure I don't click any mistakes this time. First one is C. We can't erase. We have to get it right the first time. This one is A. I'm going to do this. I'm checking on the paper I've got in front of me, and I'm checking here back and forth to try and make sure I click correctly. The third one is D. The fourth one is C. The fifth one is A. That's one that I corrected last time. Okay. So this is the one that I've had to figure out, and mainly some of them I know, like they're locked in. I'm like so sure that I know them. So this is one. This is definitely C. We know Hugh is house. We know that this means this is B. This is definitely Newgate. It can be nothing else. It is B. B. All right. At the moment, this is the one that I am reasoning I have incorrect. And I think, I haven't gone back to double check in a little while, but I think the mistake I made was a couple of things, actually. I think the mistake I made is by forgetting that what it's asking for is which one is not an acceptable interpretation of this phrase. But it confused me because I think, if I'm correct about this, the way that I've come around thinking about being wrong about this is I actually think when I changed this, I went to D. I am not an old tree. But I think the way that actually I think the mistake I've been making about this is lay is I am not. You're negating yourself. And so, this can be a form of lay. I think I originally negated this one because of the word see, but it is still negating the self. What I chose, I think, so what I chose last time was D. I'm leaning towards this one being this because it's saying the negation is of the tree in this sentence, but lay is negating the self. So it's currently my best guess. I'm going to give this a try. B. B is what I have written down. 42. B. Yes, we're doing this, Rebecca? We're doing this. Okay. This one, I'm going to still go with B because this was the one I think I just literally made a silly mistake with the first time, and it's now clear to me what the mistake was. This one is B. I am sure of it. This one, I think, just by I still think that this one is D, but this is I suppose the other possibility for what could be wrong. But I think from the way I've calculated what's right and what's wrong, I think this one is still lay, and this one, 45, is C, I think, and this one is D. Okay, complete. So let's see how we did with that guess, and if not, I've got to come back and do this another time. So it's fine. It's fine. I'm definitely drafting the classrooms all the way up to the exam again anyway. So, you know, we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. All right. So that is the day done. I'd actually like, one reason I have for using the repellent would be just to get it out of my inventory so that it wasn't a potential for being saved by a moon pendant. However, there really isn't anything here that I'd like to not see for a week, to be honest. I mean, the reason I draft these is because they're good rooms, you know? I don't want to say goodbye to any of them for a week, so we're just going to leave that. You know, if I had trading post, I think I could thin my, where am I going for study, by the way? So we might as well go back down through foundation, because if we don't, we have to go through lost and found again, and I might lose something awesome. But I am going to try. The other thing I could try is actually calling it a day in treasure trove again and trying key 8 in the box. I'm almost, to be honest, I'm almost kind of convincing myself of that right now. Like, if the treasure trove box is the family core, the thing is, I don't think it is, because I really feel from everything we've learned from Ares Court that we're going to be getting a key when we solve that, and that should be right. Like, you would think if we're going to get a key from that, the key is going to be a black Arinda core sigil key, and that's exactly what is all over that box. It's what the keyhole itself looks like. It looks like that. So, you know, it would just be a thing to try, but a thing to try that I don't really believe in all of that much. In Ares Court, where the king now lays, I'm just reviewing these again. On the sacred hour, that time-worn phrase, will a youth approach with empty arms, without gifts nor gold nor mannered charms? The black key is lying with the last king of 8. I mean, to me that is pretty as close to unambiguous as you could expect a clue of this nature to be in this game. The black key is lying with the last king of 8. A patient figure, a reckoning great. Oh, it's just occurred to me that they might be referring to the king as a patient figure. He was the king themselves was a patient figure who met a great reckoning, which was some kind of death. Yeah, that's probably what it is, because yeah, if you read them like as the full poem. Yeah. In Ares Court, where the king now lays, on the sacred hour, that time-worn phrase, will a youth approach with empty arms, so will we approach with empty arms on the sacred hour, without gifts nor gold nor mannered charms? Those three are definitely tied together. The black key is lying with the last king of 8, a patient figure, a reckoning great. That makes sense that they're describing the king. The king is a patient figure, probably because he's been lying here dead this whole time waiting for us to approach with empty arms. He met a great reckoning. He's dead here. Makes sense. A sullen cross as 5 stars align, and in sky above a brilliant sign. Yeah, the black key is lying with the last king of 8. It's basically the most unambiguous of all of those. It's basically. So I think I'm going to stick with my original plan. It's really, both of them are very compelling for their different reasons, but I just really think that the key we're going to get in Ares Court is going to be the key to that treasure chest. It all clicks together for me. Maybe key 8 do something else. Maybe not. Maybe it's the 8 red gems. Maybe I am understanding this in a different way. Maybe it is different to the way I'm understanding it. But I think it's very cool to have the opportunity. It's very cool to have the opportunity to... We have to go around. I've got another dig spot in here, at least. A couple more cool coins. Nothing. Old shoe. I must have so many old shoes by now. I guess I lose them at the beginning of every day. Okay. Now we're going den, observe, vestibule, workshop, library, study. Okay. Got to step back for the door to open there. You can take our key, vestibule. You can take our key. I was just thinking, is there any contraption I can make? Because then... No, I don't think so. Then I could, like, reduce my items a little bit. I can put shovel and metal detector together. The problem is... This one will, like, ruin my shovel. And if I get to keep it tomorrow, I'll have a ruined shovel, right? I mean, I can put these together, but they won't make anything. Yeah, I don't think it's really worth it. I think let's just see how we go. Let's just see how we go. All right, so I'm going to call it a day in study. And with my blessing of the monk, I should have study in the outer room tomorrow. And I would like to try and use this to, yeah, to try and make things work for the rest of the blue memos at the very least. That would be really, really great. Let's call it a day. I can't believe it's going to be day 99 tomorrow. Again, that's you've got to subtract 2 from the actual number of days I've done, but still. Archaeological castle, 23 excavated dig spots, most of them in the conference room. What a surprise. What a surprise. Okay, cool. This was really good. We managed to get 4 new classroom memos. So, it won't be tomorrow because I can't get the schoolhouse, but maybe the day after that. Well, I say I won't get the schoolhouse. I just have study as an option when I draft the outer room rooms. But of course I'm going to take it. So, if I'm doing this, I'm going to take it. So, yeah. I'm going to do my best to come up with some good strategies to hopefully make use of having the redraws from study tomorrow to get our 3 remaining blue memo rooms of the non-classroom variety. Let's see how we go. Garage might be a bit of a difficulty, but I'd really like to get Chamber of Mirrors and Freezer if I can. So cool. This has been great. We've gotten some really, really good memos today that are going to give me some more things to chew on. I really loved that one about the South Key. Dang, man, what's going on with the South Key? It's really, enlivened my imagination. All right, anyway, thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.